the percentage,
It
okay?
used to be.
Give us a percentage.
I'll give you a
Percentage.
Swifty, you can control your emotions. I know
Percentage.
You asked me the question. Swifty.
You're saying that they're not all Muslim, right? So you
Let me
say
explain. I'm telling you about the Palestinians. You asked me a question.
how many of them are Jews?
Stop me when I'm.
How many of them are Jews? How many of them are Jews?
I'm getting there.
Okay, you get there, but we'll land in 1 minute. Let him speak 60 seconds.
Swifty, if
So
you're
far,
60 seconds you have.
but you know, but I want to learn about the Palestinians as a culture.
Right.
I mean, the thing that you're saying, it's like obvious things, like, you know, like, you mean stuff that I don't know.
He's going to tell us
Okay,
the
guys,
amount of
let's just
Muslims
speak over
and the
each
amount
other.
of
Let's all
Christians.
speak at the same time. Randy,
Yeah,
come on.
but now you're going to tell us the amount of Muslims.
Everybody, at the
Okay,
same
let's be
time.
quiet and listen.
Come off
Yeah,
mute.
yeah.
Norm, can we get you off mute? We're going to speak at the same time
Speak
now.
about the amount of
No,
Christians.
Swifty, don't stop speaking now.
No, you tell us
Daniel,
about
louder, Daniel a bit louder. Normal off mute.
Okay.
We're all going to go at the same time.
Teach me about
Swifty,
their
come off
culture.
mute. Swifty, can you come off mute?
Teach me about their culture.
Swifty, we need you. Daniel, come off mute. We're all going to speak at the same time.
Teach me about their culture.
Come on, let's do it. All together now. Come on. Let's not have a conversation. Yeah, louder, guys. Come on.
He's dodging, so let's be muted and let's wait for his answer. How many Muslims are in
I'm going
Palestine?
to ask you again, Randy.
Okay, we are ready, yeah.
Daniel, louder. We got to do it together, guys. We're not going to have a conversation if we're not going to speak over each other.
Listen, Muslim, you answer or not? Okay, don't play with us because I don't know Muslims playing with.
Swiftly, let's be on mute and let's see how long he pitches about us not being on mute. Let's go on mute.
Right.
Let's see.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bit of reverse psychology always does the trick. So cool.
What is your point, Aziz? Can you just spit it out?
I'm about to make it. So
He has never, ever,
let me break it down. It's simple. Stop me when you struggle to comprehend.
In his life has he ever had a point.
Stop me when you.
All
No,
life
you
is
did.
just
No,
real.
Daniel, can you come off mute? Daniel, louder. Daniel, we need you. Swifty, can you get off mute? Swifty, come off mute. We're all gonna speak at the same time. Norm, louder, please. Louder for the people in the back. Norm, bit louder for the people in the back. Norm, we're all gonna speak at the same time because we're imbeciles. Remember what are we, Norm? We're imbeciles. Say it with me. We're imbeciles, Norm. All together now.
Unmute everybody. Listen, unmute. We try here to make a kind of conversation. More or less we succeed. People get there. I let some talk, some others get heard from me. But I'm trying to leave it and not to interfere. But when it's going too far, when everybody talking and not to listen, so it will not bring us to any place. So please, I don't want to interfere, to let your conversation, but one is speaking and the other one is on mute. Please, in my room, respect me.
You're right, Amos. And if someone is speaking, I'm gonna stay quiet while they speak.
That's
I
what I'm
just would hope for the same respect, you know. But you're right, Amos. I agree with you. Definitely. You know, that's why I leave pauses. You know, while I'm speaking, I pause a little bit.
Okay, finish your words and then I let Daniel respond. But he can do it by himself. Let you finish everything.
Yeah. So you know, So we're gonna try the one at a time thing because altogether didn't work. Although it seemed like a good idea at the time. So yeah, you know, Palestinians, you know, brief history. They're not all Muslim. They were Christians. They were also Jews at once upon a time. You know, obviously now that most of them live in Israel.
How many are Christians?
I'm not done. No.
No, I didn't say you were done. You can keep talking.
I'm not done. No.
You can keep talking.
How
many
we're going to do the all together at the same time thing. No, all together at the same time now, guys. Come on. This is, what kind of choir is this if we're not all speaking at the same time?
How many are Christians, Aziz?
Daniel, can you come off mute? We're all going to do that thing where we speak at the same time and no one can hear each other speak. So
you could say you don't
know.
know.
For the people in the back.
Let him finish, Noel Moro, Daniel. Let him finish. And that's it.
Aziz, just get to your point.
אני לא דיברתי, עמוס. הוא קרא לי, אני לא דיברתי.
Aziz, finish your word.
I'm trying to. I tried 5 times. Maybe you could. You know what? Speak.
You know what? You got no point. Otherwise, you just say it.
It's
Just say it.
You guys are
Just say it.
Republicans, producer.
you know, maybe they're afraid of me. You know, I'll let them speak. Amos, they can speak. You know, maybe they're afraid of me.
And more
They're
responsible.
afraid of me.
You want to respond? It's okay.
Sure. So what we have found is a collection of Muslim people, many of them recent converts, like Wednesday, for whom I have a certain affection despite myself, with almost no knowledge of this matter. Their only animus
I have plenty of knowledge of
is
this
hatred. Well, I don't mean you in particular. I mean you in general.
Okay, Dr.
Their
Australia, I think
only,
I'm going to cut it here and
animus
recreate
is
the
their
other
hatred
rooms.
of
So
Jews.
join the
And you see
next
it
room.
over and over again, which is
I
why
hate
we
you,
have,
I hate Jews.
but what is Zionism Wednesday? Tell the room. What is it?
It's a political ideology
What is the political ideology of Zionism?
about Israel, but
What about it?
unfortunately, right, about Israel, but unfortunately,
What
you
is
guys
Zionism?
assimilated. I just told you. Y'all
You said
believe
it's a
in like
political
the state.
ideology.
No.
What?
You
So
believe
it's
in
about
the state.
Israel.
You believe in the state of Israel, but unfortunately,
Okay.
What is
unfortunately, you
Zionism?
guys use
Wait,
colonial
she says we believe in the
tactics to
state
get-
of Israel.
Unfortunately,
No, not
Can you just
unfortunately-
answer the question?
Let me finish
Yeah.
speaking.
Just answer the question. But before you have your opinion, we asked what is Zionism? No, you
I
didn't.
just said it.
I
I
think
did.
No, what is the ideology? You said the ideology is about Israel. What is the ideology?
Sorry, Doctor, go find the next
Black
room.
American race Jews.
So can you repeat slowly so we understand what is Zionism? Hold on, what is Swiftly, hold on. What is Zionism? Can you tell us? Okay, can you
I
tell us
told
what
you
is
it
Zionism?
is a political ideology that believes that you guys have a right to Israel. But
That
unfortunately,
we have a right to exist, you mean?
colonial,
Hold on.
you have a right to homeland. You have a right to
So
homeland.
before you move,
But
before you move,
unfortunately,
so hold on, before you move on, before you move on, before you move on,
unfortunately,
before you
guys
move
use
on,
colonial
do you think that is a problem? Do you think that is a problem? Do you think that you don't have? Do you think that we don't have a right?
I don't like the way you got
Wait,
it.
wait.
I don't
Let
like the way you
Wednesday
got it.
speak.
I don't like the way you got it.
Unmute everybody. Only Wednesday speaking. Please don't
I
interfere.
completely thank you, Amos. Thank you, Mike Amo. I completely don't like the way you got it.
Stupid woman.
Completely don't like the way you guys got it. I mean, first you fought against the British, who were actually your allies that actually helped you in World War II. Churchill. I'm not finished.
Let her finish, bro.
You fought against the British. The British. Do you understand the British actually helped you guys out?
But the British are
Churchill actually
colonizers, right?
helped you guys out, and you fought against the British.
Colonizers.
Oh my God! The British didn't want so many Jewish people coming in because you could bring them illegally.
Who cares now? Who cares? Who cares?
Like the fucking
Who
Mexicans.
cares?
It's like the Mexicans.
We really don't need
Let her finish.
And you guys committed terrorist acts.
Unmute everybody. No one release. Only Wednesday speaking now. And please, Daniel, please, Elmoro, please, everybody, don't interfere Wednesday. Till I will say that she's finished.
Abby, I'll be an idiot, but I bet you I'll be an idiot grabbing your man. Fuck out of here. Anyway. What I was going to say, I do not like the way the terrorist acts that Israel committed to get. I do not like the Nakba, what you guys did.
So funny.
The terrorist act that you committed against the British, who were actually your ally, who actually helped, who was part of the Axis powers. So the terrorist acts that you committed to get Israel, and what you guys are continuing to do, no, I don't like that. Do I want you guys to leave that area? No. I'm good. I prefer, and I'm not a Palestinian. I prefer a two-state solution with this 1967 border.
Dr. Wednesday, what year is it right now? 2023, 2024, 2025? Which year is it, Dr. Wednesday?
The
If you don't say solution, you are a Zionist. That's weird.
Daniel, hold on.
Whoa, Alpha, listen, you fucking fake ass Muslim. You fucking bitch ass bitch. I know you're not a fucking Muslim. You used to be a Muslim. You a fucking Iranian fucking dick sucking gay ass bitch. That's the fuck you are, you fucking bitch. You fucking dumb.
I mute everybody.
The British were not part of the
I will
Axis
fuck
powers.
you. I will fuck you in the ass if you like to get fucked. I will fuck you.
Blabbering idiot. You're bleeding.
Sounds like Larry
Your
David.
mother's a blabbing idiot. I made a mistake. They're obviously part of the Allied powers. Fuck out of here.
Let's go put you down.
Yes,
Don't
because
give
I'm
me a
fucking
victory.
dumb bitch.
Your mother. Okay.
Your mother, I'll fuck your mother in the head and have you watch her.
Okay, now
Just
Alpha,
fuck the
please,
mother.
I mute, let Alpha kiss. Alpha speak. No, I mute it. Please. Now, only Alpha is speaking.
You Israelis like the gays, so.
Wednesday, I say only Alpha is speaking. I say only Alpha is speaking now.
First and foremost, all of Israel, you're mad. Israel
I'm not mad.
exists.
You sound
Deal
gay,
with it.
bitch.
Second,
You sound gay.
the British were never part of the Axis powers. They were part
I know
of
they
the
were part of the
Allies.
Allied powers. I
Third.
made a mistake.
Third,
But
the British
what you
never,
guys did to the British, what you guys did to the British to get that was horrible.
Third,
Wednesday, enough. Enough. I let you.
The British never helped the Jews.
They kept on interrupting me.
Wednesday, I put you now, and then you get tell that I broke you out.
Yes.
Wednesday,
The British
enough.
never
You did
helped
break
the
You
my
answer. No, Wednesday. Mute yourself. Wednesday, only mute yourself. Mute yourself, Wednesday. I mean it. Now I start remember why I break your heart. Alpha, you can talk now.
Thank you. Third, the British never helped the Jews. In fact, until 1917, okay, the British were vehemently against the establishment of any state or any land for the Jews. Okay? Fourth,
They helped you in World War II.
Fourth.
What the fuck Churchill did?
Wednesday, enough.
Mr. Churchill, number four. Fourth, okay?
No, who the fuck?
Fourth.
I said
There
Churchill.
is something called the Ottoman Balfour. There's something called the
Listen, you
Ottoman
fucking
Balfour.
homophobic piece of shit, you fucking Islamic
TikTok,
bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Postgraduate. Wednesday.
I don't give a
Wednesday.
fuck.
Don't do this to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Let them go. Then
You're
not the one you want to mess with. I'm known outside of
Oh,
clubhouse.
shut up.
You
You're a
guys,
fucking
okay.
I will beat the
Wednesday, and it's very difficult to listen to you on Israeli ears. Now you will listen, even if you don't like it, you only listen and you don't interfere, because I'll remove you and it's the third time I'm talking and you don't listen to me. Okay, you're a woman and you are the only Muslim lady in the room, so I respect you.
You know, Doctor
I'll remove you.
Dr. Amos.
No, Wednesday, you have to listen. You have to learn to listen, Wednesday.
Dr. Amos, please, Dr. Amos, this is Republicans. Please put me in the queue.
Oh, you Republican, I get fed up of you. I will remove you. I'm fed up of you, Republican.
I know, but I want to talk about coexistence, the title of the
You
room.
cannot speak, but you cannot speak. You cannot speak when I don't let you to speak. Only Alpha is speaking now. Only. Alpha finish.
Thank you. Number four, the whole idea of resettling the Jews, the people of Israel, the descendants of Israel, after World War I, came only after the Treaty of Mudros. Okay? There was an island called Mudros where the Ottoman Empire said, we're going to pull down our pants, lay down our guns, okay, and stop being Islamic terrorists. Okay? Maybe you need to read your history. That's when the British, okay, began the resettlement. And it began like trickling water from a tap. Okay? Then it started with a horde. And many of these Jews that came back, they were skilled craftsmen, they were farmers, they
when they came back, the Arab Jarabs were busy trying to tackle malaria in the region. That's why for almost 2 centuries, if not more, the Ottomans neglected the so-called Falastizi land simply because they used to call it the place of a plague. Go read the Ottoman literature and why it was abandoned. One of the reasons for the very rebellion of 1960 of the Arabs, okay, they were the first ones to rebel against Ottoman rule. In fact, many of the Jews were trying to even speak to Sultan Abdul Hamid II to get a proposal. Maybe they could survive. Maybe they could exist. Okay? So if you weren't so educated on TikTok University, by a
TikTok
Hamas
University, are
professor,
you done with
you
your
would
monologue?
go,
So they didn't do the Nakba. Did the Nakba happen? Did the Nakba happen?
1917,
Did the
when
Nakba happen?
General Allenby,
Did the Nakba happen?
when
Did the Nakba happen?
1917,
Did the
when
Nakba
General
happen?
Allenby,
Did the Nakba
okay,
happen?
Enough Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Even people who are Israeli convicted of Nakba. American people are doing that convicted of Nakba. They convicted of Nakba. They do. All right. Do you admit to the Nakba?
Mute, Wednesday. What do you expect me to do, Wednesday? What do you expect me to do?
What do you mean? You could go.
What do you expect me to do now? What do you expect me to do? Should I remove you? You want to remove yourself? What do you want?
No, it's okay.
You don't know to listen. You don't know to listen. You will listen and let Alpha finish.
In the hotel, that didn't happen, right? There was no Jewish terrorists, right?
no,
Okay, Wednesday. Mute yourself, Alpha. Please finish, and I give Wednesday to respond.
and regarding
keep
the
Wednesday.
terrorists, the Erkin and Stern gang were one of the most honorable militias in the entire post-anti-colonial movements and anti-colonial militants. And I respect each and every one of them. And if I could see any one of them alive today, I would kiss their hands. Okay?
Yeah, there's some more by the United Kingdom.
They are liberators.
Okay, so I feel the same way about Hamas. I feel the same way about Hamas. Thank you, bye.
Yeah, exactly. See what I told you? Let me tell you guys something about Alpha. I am so pro-Israeli. Maybe the Israeli will cut you some slack, okay? Because they're too merciful. But me as a non-Jewish, non-Israeli, pro-Israeli supporter, I will slap the palace out of a Hamas supporter. Okay? Come see me. Melbourne, Sydney, New York. Just give me your address. You hate the Jews because the Jews are no longer standing down. They're no longer alienated into congested areas and ghettos. You can no longer wake up in your impulses and be like, yes, I have failed in life. Yes, I'm going to go attack some Jews today, right? You hate Israel. You are the colonialist. Okay? You hate Israel.
We have to slaughter all Jews worldwide. We have to slaughter them. Yeah.
Of course you do, of course. This is what Muslims think.
Is that why you're crying? See, this is the problem with you terrorists.
Exactly, bro.
Fight Israel.
Like
And when
exactly
Israel
how the Catholic
takes
did
out the
back in the
condom,
Middle Ages.
When Israel takes out the condom, Ya Ali ibn Abi Talib, okay, you massacre it.
Fuck Shia, bro. Shia are not fighters. Shia are making
Ali ibn Abi Talib was your
I don't
Muhammad.
give a fuck if you're Shia or Jewish. I'm not
Okay.
discussing that shit.
He was your Muhammad companion. He was the one who created the precedent of putting children and women, especially Jewish children and women, in pits of fire and burning them alive.
Exactly like the Catholic Christian did in the Middle Ages in Andalusia.
So what?
You did the same, Christians.
So
What
what?
the heck?
Two criminals are playing kettle and pot. Two criminals.
Exactly, bro. So this is the war that we're living in. It's not about Muslims. Even Chinese and Buddhists, they're going to do the same with Jews. They're fucking nasty.
What's the
You
difference?
don't get it. You don't get it, bro. You don't get it. Jews are fucking made to be killed. If the Jews living in China, Chinese
Then
will
why
kill
are
them.
you crying? Why are you
I'm
crying?
not crying, bro. I'm not crying. That's just the first thing that they told you, Jews, they have to be slaughtered. That's all. I'm not
Why
crying.
are you crying on the streets of the capital of the West saying,
Stop.
go fight?
Bro,
Go fight.
listen, Jews made to be killed. Nature made Jews to be killed.
Why are you crying on the back of the street of the
I'm
West?
not crying.
Why are you crying? Israel slaughtered us. Stop crying and fight.
Guys, לא, לא אעשה אותו, הוא למטה. הוא לא למטה, אוקיי, סבבה. עוד לא. שנייה, קסם עוד.
This is the problem with these cowards.
It's once in a while it's good to have Edmund in the room because when people make statements like that, especially if they're outside of the US, I hope you're paying attention to what DHS is looking for now and doing, and Clubhouse is on the radar. So when you see this kind of hatred and you hear it, it gets tracked. And these dudes are never coming in the US. They're never going to visit you in the States. So just once in a while, Edmund, you actually serve a purpose. I'm giving you this one. It's very frightening when you hear that, but I need you guys to know and pay attention. Read the news, read what's happening, the policies of the administration. They are tracking social media of pro-Hamas and of haters. So there you have it. You just heard it, and you'll see. I don't know. The guy sounded like he was foreign. If he's in the States, then they're looking for this now. Exactly what you just heard.
So you are warning the enemy, not saying
No,
the truth.
you didn't hear what I just said. This is a new policy of DHS. You know what DHS is?
but doctor, you said about this guy, a doctor, right? That he said things about the Jewish people, right?
No. What you just heard that guy say. Okay, what I'm trying to say is you have someone on stage who records. Okay, sometimes we don't like it, but right now you have a tracking of social media happening, and they're tracking when there's hatred, when there's visceral hatred like that. It's exactly the kind of stuff that DHS is looking for, and they're denied visas. They can't enter the country. I mean, I'll put some articles in the chat if you want to know what I'm not. This isn't me doing this. This is now policy of the administration. So you just saw it. You just witnessed it. You all just witnessed something right now that's exactly what the government is coming out and saying they're tracking and they're looking for. And this app is on the radar of it. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, good. So let him speak, and then he will be outside of the US.
Exactly.
We already heard what he has to say.
We already heard. My point is that you also have Edmund in here recording it. So
but Suri wants us to bring him back, and I don't think we need to hear.
No, I tell you, Daniel, because I want to show everyone how the Muslims really think, and this guy is honest.
There's voice
some
recognition.
people are hiding.
There's IP tracking numbers. There's voice recognition. It's just how it operates when they investigate social media. All right, I'm done. I said what.
And Clubhouse can also provide more information. Clubhouse probably has like IP and whatnot.
Yeah, they have the IPM numbers and such. Yep.
All I want to say is thank you, Abby, and thank you, Daniel. Thanks, Amos. I did my good deed for the day, defending Israel as a priority. Any person with a heart, any person with a conscience, if you love freedom, if you value liberty, if you really value the freedom of conscience, Israel is the last front. That's it. That's what it is. Israel is the last front. Okay, Israel is the bulwark that's keeping these terrorists, these hordes of barbarism away from the free world right now. So I did my good deed. I'm going to go for a long drive, read me a book by a very well-known Jewish author. May he live 1,000 years. May Israel reign.
Thank you.
As long as the universe exists. Okay? So if you don't like that, do yourself a big favor. Seek a psychiatry help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Drive safe. So, I don't think we need to hear more of this Dr. Mengele. Oh, he left.
Listen, I just gotta say, coexistence deals with self-improvement. If you want to improve the world, improve yourself. And just listen to what these people say when they come in these rooms. It's never about self-help or therapy or healing or psychology or really about how to improve their lives. It's all just political promulgation, propaganda, misinformation distribution. It's what they're eating for lunch, for dinner, for breakfast. And part of the problem is you are their yin to their yang. So, in many ways, this is like you're improving their English language skills and their content, distribution. This is like the weirdest next level stupid war because what we're really dealing with is very stupid people. And so that's the problem in having to communicate with stupid people is it's a waste of time.
Yes, but those stupid people are your enemy. This is the people you have to deal with. You don't deal with Moro, with Daniel. You have to deal with people that hate you. Let's say it.
Thank God. I must thank God that our enemies are so stupid. Thank God.
I agree with you. It's our luck. If they were not so stupid, we will not.
Exactly. Imagine. Like, seriously, imagine.
Yeah, but this room is not when I open this room is for the coexistence. When I don't.
Yeah, but maybe you should like.
It's become an Israeli room, so for what reason? I can go to Shuki room. I don't need to be here,
Yeah, no, of course, but I mean, you should put if you really want to create coexistence, you need to put out the extremists that take us to like an explosion. And when someone comes on stage with just Jew hate, I mean, you cannot coexist with this. You need to find people that there is even a chance to coexist with them.
Yes,
someone just wants to kill you.
Yes, but who is coming to Clubhouse? Let's put the cards on the table. Who is coming to Clubhouse? Not
No, I think that if you create like an atmosphere that only like the extreme voices are heard and shouting and cursing, then moderate voices or people that want to talk reason and logic will just stay on mute because if the conversation is so low level, then what's the point of even discussing anything? And then all the people that shout and curse and like give you like all kinds of like stupid talking points, they get to speak. So if you need to create this atmosphere that there will be like a normal discourse.
Well, it's a little bit like the Amos comedy show. I mean, Amos is funny, but I think Amos has the right attitude actually with regards to these people, to letting them talk and being kind to them and fun with them. Because what's really happening is a lot of these psychotic people on here that are spreading their bullshit all day long is they're just generating dopamine. But to have a Jew who lives in Israel who's actually nice to them, in many ways it transforms their entire bullshit. Maybe they're not going to actually do any harm to somebody. Maybe they're just spreading bullshit to get their dopamine and they'll actually go on to become responsible adults, have a family, work a job, be a good person, and stop with their bullshit. Maybe Amos is the secret key activator.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that if you will appease to them, they will like you. They will just say, okay, so they will still hate the majority. Most of them never met a Jew. They're talking about the Talmud that they never read. They're like, it's really like brainwashed with hate. I think that many of them don't see themselves as hating, but the people that are pushing this narrative are coming from hate, and a lot of people are just dumb. Easy to influence.
Well, imagine dropping Prince off in the middle of Tel Aviv. He has no cell phone, no money. And you could just, he'd start laughing. He'd be like, okay, I'm a bullshit artist. He would see his own bullshit in the face of every person he meets because he's that stupid. He'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm stupid.
I don't know what you meant there.
I mean, what I mean is if you go to Israel, you realize it's just normal people. Everybody's working a job trying to pay their gas bill. You see what I'm saying? Is they're so demented and they've never been there. They've never interacted. They're just so brainwashed. And it's the same people in Gaza.
I know that most people that if they would visit Israel and actually meet the people that they, or like be in the place that they're talking about all the time, then most of them will feel like really stupid. On the other hand, I really don't want those people to come. But yes, if they will see, yes, they're like the image or what they see on their TikToks and whatever Al Jazeera's and versus like reality. This is why it's really hard for like to bullshit us. You know, they tell me about my education system, about what is it the IDF. Like I am like I went to the education system. I wasn't the IDF. Like it's so I can understand why it's easy to manipulate other people. But if they will come and they will talk to people, then they will feel stupid.
So that's why I say you can't take this too seriously, because thus this is essentially the new information economy. People are technically wasting their time doing this, but they think there's some type of effect or future promise to their bullshit here. What they're really doing is wasting their lives spreading hate. And I mean, I never knew there was so much anti-Semitism. I had no idea that it was. I knew it was there, but I had no idea like how the internet amplifies it at scale to an extreme degree. And that to me is like scary, mind-blowing, upsetting, crazy, but also a big opportunity to combat that bullshit. It's a big opportunity to help give therapy essentially to large groups of people who are just engaged in hate speech and trying to create more hate and like a disease through people's brains on the internet. It's very crazy and very psychotic and fucking wild.
It is a disease, and as you said, you know, it was there, but we kind of knew that it was there and we couldn't see it. So in a way, it's good that at least we can see it. We can see it. We can fight it. Before it was there, like dormant in a way, and now we can see it. And you know, I can see this machine. I can see how it works. I can see that those people that you know even come here on stage are basically like, as you said, they're spending their life wasting the time. They are pawns. They're like basically like being activated, almost like human bots. You know, you show them an image of a child and immediately it creates rage, and then you point the fingers at Israel. They don't think. Everything is very emotional. They don't. It's like taking advantage of like weaknesses. It's like taking advantage in the brain or in humanity, or taking advantage of like societies, like democracies, freedom of speech, freedom of protest, yada yada yada, while being opposing this. You know, there's something called this paradox of tolerance to intolerance, or not to be tolerant to intolerance. And yes, democracies need to defend themselves.
It's crazy because it's like normal people go to a book club to learn things, to discover new things, a variety of things. But these people just keep going to an anti-Semitic book club like every day of the week. They're like addicted to the Jew hate book club group, and they're incapable of coming to that awareness that, oh my God, maybe something's wrong with me. What am I doing? Why am I doing this all the time? It's very strange.
Well, they live now in a world that, you know, it's like it's normalized. I mean, look, there's a room on Clubhouse of Amir. It's operating almost 24/7, every day a different title about something. Basically, the theme is Israel is bad. It's not being about pro-Palestinian or like anything that is like good or humane or whatever. It's just about hate, just spreading this. And you know, when you are surrounded with so many people, you know, chanting Intifada or Free Palestine, you think that it's okay. You know, it was legitimized, it was normalized. You hear people from the UN, like this Francesca Albanese, okay, like a UN special rapporteur. And yesterday, I think she was posting about this Palestinian prisoner, I forgot his name, that, you know, he was arrested unjust arrest when he was 13, and he was in the Israeli jail for 10 years, and yada, 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 and he was finally reunited with his family. Failing to even mention once that why he was in jail, that he and his brother on camera went on a stabbing spree, stabbing like two guys and like a 13-year-old boy. Like, this is not mentioned. No, always imagine that this whole Palestinian soul is crazy. Oh my God. And that's the UN. So the point is that they're getting legitimization. They don't think that they're in the wrong side.
The problem is not just Israel. The problem is everywhere. In Chicago, Florida, California, like random murders, people just killing each other over, horror. I just saw a video of this poor mother driving an Uber that got murdered by some guy. It's like, holy shit. If you think the problem's just Israel, it's a global problem. It's not just coexist in the Middle East. It's a global problem, which is anger, hate, wickedness and evil.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of basically division between left and right and this and religious or whatever. But Israel has a special case still. It's something that kind of unites, kind of puts many things together. If it's race and religion and ethnicity and nationality and West versus East, everything is related to Israel. I see things sometimes that the way that this so-called pro-Palestinians can connect everything that happens in the world to Israel, literally everything that happens in the world. Everything. I think except maybe hurricanes, maybe that also, that we control the weather. Anyway, there is a hyper-focus on Israel. What is happening in Israel is not what is happening in the entire world. I never heard of anti-Polish people, people that think that Poland should not exist, or that, I don't know, Jordan should not exist, or whatever, or Lebanon should not exist, or France should not, it only happens to Israel. Even North Korea, I don't hear people saying North Korea should not exist, or Afghanistan. No, it doesn't exist. It's only about Israel. And also with this freedom of speech that we give on Clubhouse to all those, what do you want to call them? The watermelon people, those useful idiots that basically are used to attack Israel. Those are the weaknesses of the West of democracy that they are taking advantage of. Freedom of speech. Those people do not promote freedom of speech. No. Freedom of protest. Those people are fighting for people that don't give their own people the freedom of protest. And when the people do protest, in Gaza, they will silence them. It's all a big bigotry. It's all
I hosted a successful coexistence room, Amos. I wish you were there. Hi, Alpha.
Dr. Prince, let me ask you a question, Dr. Prince, since you believe so much in coexistence now. No, let me finish here. So wait, I'm trying to ask you a question. What is it that you think you've done for yourself this week that actually improved yourself? Nothing? Okay. I hope you enjoy buying party hats every day of the week. Enjoy.
What have you done, Republicans? You're 20 years older than me, no children, no family, living in a shitty apartment in New York City. You look like shit, you're unhealthy, you're bald-headed. Maybe fly on Turkish Airlines and help yourself out. Maybe it's going to improve your depression. What do you have to show us? You have nothing to show us, literally nothing. I've seen your shitty apartment. I'm much younger than you, I'm much wealthier than you, and much healthier than you, so keep crying, bitch. Fucking kike.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you the doctor of coexistence here, Dr. Prince. Clearly a gentleman, nice guy, well-educated, so slick, so handsome. Oh, he's going to do so well in the business world with the ladies. But as you can tell, he's got something what I like to call Jewish derangement syndrome. And you all just heard it on display. It's technically narcissism, but it's also egotism. So, Dr. Prince, I ask you again, what is it that you think you've done to improve your life this week?
I don't have Jewish derangement syndrome, and I don't have a problem with Jews. I don't even consider you to be Jewish to begin with. I mean, didn't you tell me you're not Jewish? You just practice it.
No, I'm a patrilineal Jew. My dad's a Jew. My mother's gorgeous. I'm a cashew.
Yeah, so you're not Jewish.
That's right. My mama's not Jewish.
Good religion.
But the question still remains. I mean, why are you so committed to spreading misinformation, disinformation, lies, propaganda, hate speech? What's going on in your personal life? I know I heard you say your uncle raped you in the living room once, but what is it about your life that you're so angry about?
Every accusation is a good thing.
This is definitely not rich. What's up, Danielle? Danielle, what's up, almost? What's up, Republicana?
What up, Flo? Yo, do you think Dr. Prince has ever been in a flow state, or is he just always angry?
He doesn't know flow state. He doesn't know wisdom or wealth.
Aww. Oh, you guys are so cute together, Ben.
It's almost like he lost a kingdom or something. He never studied Kabbalah.
Oh, Ben, I'm so cute.
He's studying the wrong book. That's what my money's on. He's studying the wrong book.
Says Flu, who's never made a single coherent argument.
You hear that, Dr. Prince? You're actually just not reading enough. You should try to read some more books, Dr. Prince.
Okay, stop yelling, stop yelling. Daniel is a faggot and is my enemy, but I can say Daniel sometimes make reasonable, decent arguments, even if I don't agree with them necessarily. But you, Flu, you've never made a single.
What do you mean? Amir won't even. I cooked Amir and everyone in his room so much. Amir won't even let me in his room anymore. Because I've cooked everybody like Korean barbecue.
You are beneath.
Do you know what you are, Dr. Prince? You are what we call bulgogi.
You're
on the barbecue right now. I cook you.
You are an uneducated kike. Uneducated kike. And that's your problem.
K-word alert, K-word alert, K-word alert. Report, report, report. I hope you enjoy your new party hat. I hope you enjoy your new party hat.
It doesn't matter, Republicans. I'll just get a new account.
You're so cool. How many, is your new party hat going to match your new outfit for this weekend? Oh, I also love your updated PTR of you looking so like, you know, happy at a cafe, like you're not some stupid low IQ psychopathic retard or something. You're just like a normal guy. I'm in college. I'm just a normal guy. You're such a piece of shit, you low IQ dirty dog. I made sure that the Department of Homeland Security's got a lot of pictures of you. So if you ever come through a U.S. airport, you are going to get popped and you're going straight to jail.
Joke's on you. I was there 4 weeks ago. But keep trying. What, you think they're not going to let me in because I used the word kike?
No, they're not going to let you in because I'm going to write a letter and make sure your ass gets fucking boxed. You're going to be finished.
You know, they throw out insults. You say one critical thing about their book, their religion, they freak out. They can't handle it. They're so weak-minded.
They're weak.
No, actually, actually, the complete opposite is the truth. We as Muslims...
That is bullshit. Don't even play around. You can't handle... You say one thing, you get kicked out of a room. You all are pussies. You are big, gaping camel pussies is what you are.
Hear me out and then respond. If you go on YouTube right now, or if you go on Google, and you type in Islam or Christianity, we're going to find tens of thousands of debates between Muslims and Christians, tens of thousands of debates between Christians and Christians, tens of thousands of debates between Muslims and Muslims. But you know who you will never find debating a Muslim or a Christian? A Jew. Because you motherfuckers are afraid. You are keep your religion.
Are you fucking this stupid? Did you miss Rabbi Wolpe? Did you miss? I know he's stupid. He's just learning English. This is all new for him.
That is run by Muslims. They can't handle any criticism.
Have you not seen Christopher Hitchens debate Rabbi Wolpe? Come on, Dr. Prince, you're such a schmuck. You think you know everything. You got the IQ of an ant, a fucking ant.
Why are you yelling? You guys...
I'm trying to make the point that you're stupid because you don't listen.
Because of the embarrassing shit in the Talmud.
Embarrassing shit in Talmud? You don't like books? Oh my God, this guy doesn't like books. Oh, everybody's afraid of the Talmud. Oh, the big one. He drop, mic drop. Nice job on the Talmud. Oh, he got you. He got you on that Talmud. Oh.
Copy Judaism. That's how ridiculous we are. You copied it. You copied it. You copied it. What do you want me to say?
The early
Copied our scriptures. You copied our stories.
Okay, stop. Why do you keep
You're claiming revolution.
It's a good point. You guys are just copyright infringers. You're plagiarists. Plagiarists. You're just a plagiarist. You were in the desert.
Weak and chilling.
I mute everybody. Only fellow, you speak. Fellow.
Bro, he's been talking over me.
He will talk now. I want to.
I'm the calm one, Amos. He's the one talking over me all the time. Now let me respond to him, Amos, and you don't. So
You
we
shut
here
the
to sit
fuck
there.
up, Prince.
Here's
Listen.
the
Almost spoke, okay? Have a seat, you dimmy.
Prince, I
You're
left
the
to
dimmy.
for free.
You're the dimmy right now, okay?
Prince,
No, I'm
mute
gonna-
yourself. Prince,
No,
mute yourself.
I'm gonna.
By the way, I like your picture, but
You're the dimmy, Prince. Have a seat.
that flow to answer.
So the reality is you can criticize sacred text, you can criticize Judaism all you want, but your entire faith is based off of our precedent, our scriptures, our holy books. So have a back seat and maybe you can listen and learn and read a new book occasionally.
It's kind of funny how he has to attack the Talmud, a book. But it's just so base in terms of like complexity. It's just so stupid. This is a containment field for people who are essentially stupid, I think. I'm stupid, but Prince is extra stupid.
Well, his faith is what we call a replacement theology for a reason, because it's attempting to replace what Judaism established. And Christianity does it too, but, at least respect what you're trying to copy.
I don't know. He's just a stupid person, Like, have you ever been to a restaurant, had a great dinner, and life was great, and then you just like opened up an app and then started spewing J-word hate for a couple hours? No, like, enjoy your life. What's wrong with these people?
And I'm glad on YouTube there's lots of debates going on, but I can tell you this, in my personal experience, they can't handle any criticism whatsoever. They can dish it out, but they can't take the heat. It's kind of sad, and it's a sign of a weak stance, a weak doctrine, very insecure in their belief system.
I don't know. They don't talk about the law. I mean, let alone there's never really. I've never heard anybody really do any education on this app. It's all just shit talking. But the point is, if you don't educate yourself on the law, and you don't view October 7th as a violation of basic human rights and the law, it's the same thing that's going on in the African American community in the United States with regards to this Carmelo Anthony murder, and essentially.
He was standing his own ground. It was self-defense.
Well, what I'm saying is it's politics all the time. And you just take murder, mayhem, chaos, and you make it political. And you claim that it's not what it is, which is wrong, immoral, illegal, violent terrorism. And essentially they want to try to obfuscate labels and correct adjectives or correct analogs or anything that accurately describes the situation. They're just propagandists, and they're political all the time. That's what they're doing.
I agree. Have you been in any of the Carmelo rooms?
Yo, Martel, let me finish this convo. Yeah, I have. I've been listening, and it's just politics all the time. It's insane. It's mental illness. It's people who have nothing better to do with their time, their lives, and this is their dopamine chase of stupidity. It's literally new age technology, drug stupidity.
What do you think? What's the main theme on that side? It's like pro Carmelo, like let's make a statue for him. He's a hero.
Well, it's the same thing. I mean, it's all just propaganda. That's what it is. I mean, it's propaganda all the time. Is they're arguing about words and defining words and saying that's not what that word means. No, this is what that word means. It's insane. It's such a waste of time. It's unbelievable. People, I don't know how they're supporting themselves financially having these conversations on this app. It's maybe they're on the edge. I don't know. And I'm not projecting. But you'll notice that there's no new party hats on this app. The only new party hats are the old party hats. So people like Prince who spew hate and essentially online domestic terrorism or international terrorism, there's a reason why they have new party hats. They can't hang because everything they say is essentially propaganda or violent terrorism. So they get reported, but then they're back with a new party hat. Clearly, the app moderators don't actually give a fuck about stopping hate speech or terrorism. They just reward these people with a new party hat. And then they come on here and boast that they can get a new party hat.
What were some of his earlier aliases?
Princes? He always goes by the name Prince.
But there's a few Princes.
No, Dr. Prince is a particular stupid piece of shit on this app. There's the one and only stupid piece of shit Prince. There's a couple other big pieces of shit on this app too, but he's probably one of the more dangerous stupid pieces of shit because he posts photos of himself, with M16s shooting at rifle ranges. So I assume he could be combat ready. But there's a lot of just American Jew haters on this app. It's a clique. It's a niche for these losers. They got nothing better to do. This is what they do. Thus, there will never be coexistence with these people because they have no self-reflection, no awareness, no insight into self. They're just violent, stupid, low IQ people who are political extremists. It makes me become a Zionist. This is the thing, is it's yin to yang. The more extreme they are, the more extreme you have to be. And that's the problem, is you don't want to have to waste your time with all this shit. This is all low IQ shit. So this is the problem with terrorism, is it's a huge waste of time. It costs the nation a huge brain drain and, productivity opportunity. It's a huge opportunity cost to have to deal with these pieces of shit. But let alone innocent people dying at their hands because they're extremist cocksucking assholes. I mean, what happened on October 7th, there's a reason why Gaza is in waste. It was that despicable to attack a concert of a bunch of peaceniks, a bunch of peace people celebrating in joy and peace. Pure evil. So, have to fight evil. You have to be a knight with a sword and go fight the dragon. These people are dragons, Like they said, they had GoPros filming themselves committing massacres. These are deluded, evil people that have to be put in the ground. There's no question about it. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about war fighters, who support Islamic terrorism and jihad for caliphate end goals. These are the craziest people you will ever meet in the real world. They're insane. Israel is in a horrible geographic spot because they're surrounded by a bunch of fucking never-ending cocksuckers who are just never going to stop their bullshit program. It's, I don't know, maybe they should have gone to Greenland. It's a joke, but, it's the unfortunate situation of life. It seems like you can't have one of the greatest countries on earth unless you're surrounded by a bunch of pieces of shit. All right, everybody, let's coexist now. I'm going to the park to get my schwitz on, do some pull-ups and push-ups, and enjoy the sunset. Joy now, peace now, health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Rabbeinu Shalom, Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.